We want to now look at solving simultaneous equations using a different method called the elimination method. And this method is a bit more complicated, but it leads us into, in Year 13 and at First University, it leads us into something called matrices, which are important to know later. So we use elimination when we've got equations with the same structure. And that means we have, for example, the equations in the form ax plus by equals c, and if you have another equation dx plus ey equals f, if we've got them in the x plus or minus y equals a constant, if that structure is the same, then that's when the elimination method can be quicker to do than the substitution method, because that takes more doing to rearrange one of these equations. So let's have a look at example number 1. How does this work? Well, here's an equation, 3x plus y equals 11 and 2x plus 3y equals 12. Now I'm going to start off by saying this is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2, just like I have been before. What's different now is I need to eliminate one of the variables. That's what's called an elimination method. So I've got to choose either x or y, and these equations, I need to eliminate it. So in order to eliminate, I'm allowed to add or subtract multiples of the equation. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually just choose which variable I want to eliminate. So let's say I want to eliminate x. Okay, I've got an equation here with 3x, equation here with 2x. I need to find, first of all, the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. So the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3, remember multiples of 2 would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So the lowest multiple they have in common is going to be the number 6. So what I need to do is I need to somehow make this 2x into a 6x and this 3x into a 6x. And when I do that, I'm then going to be able to eliminate. So I'm going to take equation number 1 and I'm going to multiply equation number 1 by, now let's think what it needs to be by. 3 times what is equal to 6? 3 times 2. So I'm going to multiply equation 1 by 2. I'm then going to take equation number 2 and I've got to multiply by that by something. So 2 times what equals 6? 2 times 3 equals 6. So I need to multiply equation 2 by 3. So that means in equation 1, when I multiply it by 2, I'm multiplying each piece by 2. And that's going to give me, so 3x times 2 is going to give me 6x, plus y times 2 is 2y, equals 11 times 2 is 22. And I'm going to call this equation number 3. I've got a new equation now. Same kind of thing I'm going to do now with my equation 2. I need to multiply every piece in equation 2 by the number 3. So I'm going to do 2x times 3, 3y times 3, 12 times 3. I'm multiplying each piece by 3. So 2x times 3 is 6x. 3y times 3 is 9y. 12 times 3 is 36. And I'm calling this equation number 4 because I've created a new equation. Now what I need to do is either add or subtract these equations together in order to eliminate, in this case I wanted to eliminate the x variable. That's why I looked at the coefficients of x. So 6x and 6x, if I added those two together, that would give me 12x. However, if I subtract those, 6x take away 6x, that will eliminate the x variable. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to subtract everything in this equation. Okay, so 6x take away 6x disappears, that goes to 0. 2y take away positive 9y, so take away a positive, that's going to become a negative. So 2y take away 9y is going to give me negative 7y equals 22 take away 36. So 22 take away 36 is going to leave me with negative 14. Now I've got an equation with only one variable. I've eliminated x. So by subtracting these two equations, I've eliminated the x, and now I'm just left with a single equation with a variable y to solve. So I need to solve and find y by itself. So I need to get rid of the negative 7 by dividing both sides by negative 7. So that's going to give me y equals negative over negative is positive, 14 over 7 is 2. So that gives me my solution there, y equals 2, or part of my solution I should say. So remember, we've now found y equals 2. But we're solving simultaneous equations, so we also need to find the x coordinate. Okay, so how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to take this value of y and substitute it into any one of these equations here. 1, 2, 3 or 4. We can choose which one we want to use, doesn't matter which. They're all going to come out with the same coordinate because we're talking about the lines meeting at a point. So you could choose any of them. I'm going to say let's substitute y equals 2 into equation 1, simply because it's got just a y there and I don't need to do anything more with that. So I'm going to write down equation 1, 3x plus y equals 11, and I'm going to replace the value of y with the number 2. So 3x plus 2 equals 11. So that 2 now I need to take to the other side. So 3x equals 11, take away 2. So 3x is equal to 9. Sorry, I just realised that was out of shot, sorry. And now I've got this 3x here, so divide both sides by 3 to leave me with x equals 3. So then we can say the coordinate point where lines 1 and 2 meet is at x, y is equal to, x is 3, y is 2. And there's our solution. Okay, so when I went through, I decided to eliminate x. Equally, we could have decided that we were going to eliminate y, and in which case you would be multiplying these equations by different things here in order to be able to eliminate y. So you've got choices that you can make there. Let's have a look now at example 2. So I have the equation 4x plus 3y equals 43, and the equation 2x plus 5y equals 53. So I'm going to call them equation 1 and equation 2. So I need to choose whether I'm going to eliminate x or y. So we did x last time, so how about we eliminate y this time? Okay, so I want to eliminate y. So I now need to look at the coefficients and say, right, there's a 3y, there's a 5y. What is the lowest common multiple of 3 and 5? So the multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Multiples of 5, 5, 10, 15. Our lowest common multiple is going to be 15. So let's think. Equation number 1. What do I multiply this equation by to make this 3y into a 15y? So 3 times what equals 15? 3 times 5 is equal to 50, so I'm going to multiply equation 1 by 5. Now think about equation 2. At the moment we've got 5y. What do I need to multiply this equation by to make that 5y into a 15y? 5 times 3 is equal to 15, so I'm going to multiply equation 2 by 3. So I'm going to take equation number 1 here, and I'm going to multiply the 4x by 5, the 3y by 5, and the 43 by 5. And so that's going to give me 20x plus 15y equals 43 times 5. So 5 3s are 15, 4 5s are 20, so 215. Then I'm going to take equation 2 here, and I need to multiply all of the terms by 3. So I'm going to multiply each of these pieces, oh, not 5, by 3. So 2x times 3 gives me 6x. 5y times 3 gives me 15y, and 3 times 53 is going to give me 159. Okay, now I need to ask myself, in order to eliminate y, am I adding or subtracting these equations together? So I am going to, it's got a 15y and a positive 15y, so 15y plus 15y would give me 30. That wouldn't eliminate it, so I need to subtract those two equations. So 20x take away 6x is going to leave me with 14x. 15y take away 15y is going to cancel, and 215 take away 159 is going to leave me with about 44, I think. 59, like 54. Okay, so what I need to do now is solve that to find what x is. So I've got 14x equals 56, goodness me. So I'm going to divide both sides by 14. So x is going to be equal to 56 divided by 14, which is going to give me x equals 4. Last thing I need to do is find my y value. So I'm going to substitute x equals 4 into, and I can choose any of these equations. So I think I'm just going to substitute into equation 2 this time. So I'm going to have 2 times x plus 5y equals 53, and I'm going to substitute x equals 4. So that's going to be 2 times 4 plus 5y equals 53. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 plus 5y equals 53. Now we're going to take this positive 8 to the other side so we can get the y's by themselves. So if it's positive on this side, it becomes negative on the other. So 5y equals 53, take away 8. So 5y is equal to 45. Last step, get rid of the 5, so divide both sides by 5, and that gives you y equals 45 over 5, which is y equals 9. So then we can say the coordinate point where lines 1 and 2 meet is at x comma y, where x is 4 and y is 9. And there is our solution.